Okay, questions from the group?
Ollie, just take me back to last Saturday through that game. You go up there and nobody knows what's going to happen game to game, but what was it like to be a part of that game and get out of there with a win?
It was pretty awesome being up there with everybody and knowing that we have our family together, with the brothers and everything, and going up there, playing there for the first time ever, and going up there and trying to beat them for the first time in a long time. I've been here and only won against them once, and I didn't get to play that game, so it was real nice to go up there and actually win the game and actually be able to play it. So.
With your team, what is it with this team on the road?
I think we just go up there and we kind of treat it as business, and we stay loose, but we stay tight at the same time. We really like to goof off with each other, but we know when it's time to go, so we get after it.
Offensively, I know the run game is not where we're used to seeing it at Pitt State. Talk about how do you feel overall with the offense right now?
I feel like we're great. We just had a little rough patch, and we'll get back after it in the run game.
You and on the O-line, you've played some guard and tackle. You've moved around. I know you've done that in your career. Talk about moving from right guard to left tackle. That's a big jump.
I just do what I'm asked. I just whatever Coach Wells asked me to do, I do it, and I try to do my best at it. So.
You talk about technically how big of a difference is that playing on the left edge versus on the inside and the right of the center?
Playing on the inside, it's a little easier. You usually have somebody working with you or blocking with you. You have a partner on the outside playing tackle. It's a little rough. You got some athletes out there, a little faster guys. So you really gotta zone in on your technique and really get after it and try to get after those guys quickly. So.
Ollie, coming off the big win over Northwest, you've got Missouri Southern next week. How do you avoid not overworking this game?
We just go at it one week at a time. We just go at it. We know we got Nebraska-Kearney this week, and that's who we're focusing on. And just can't look past them. Every team's good in this league, so we got to go get it.
Is it difficult to put the excitement of last week behind you?
Yeah, it's very difficult, but we got our coaches reminding us that last week was last week, and this week is this week, and we just got to go get it and get after it. So.
You guys, you played so well on the road, but at home you've gotten off to some slow starts. Is that kind of a point of emphasis this week to try to get off to a better start this week?
Yeah, I think it's a point of emphasis every week to get after it, and especially at home. We got so many fans here trying to look at us, and I feel like when we come out here, we just get too involved in the atmosphere, and we think that our fans are going to help us out when really it's about us and it's about what's on that field, and that's how we got to take it, and we got to go get it with our team. So.
Deron, just like I asked Ollie, can you just talk about last week and winning up there, and then what was that like the whole day for you guys?
That was, while I've been here, we only beat them in the national championship year. So I played last year, we didn't quite get it, and then this year we got it. It felt great to go to their home place. They broke a record with attendance, and it was their homecoming also. And then just to defeat them and have the fans look at the whole, it felt so bad. It was a great feeling for me.
With this defense, as you look at the way you guys have played, what have been the biggest keys to your consistency?
It always starts up front with the D-line. They are handling their responsibilities, and then when they're doing well, we do well in the back end. We don't have to cover long, and then if they do mess up, we have great coverage downfield, I think. And I feel like if they can't run against us, and then the offense makes sure that they can't pass, and we can beat teams.
You have a much bigger role this year. Can you talk about how you've grown into that and how you see your role on this team?
I feel like the coaches and the players, they're trusting me more since I've matured a little bit. And with that becomes like teams, or not teams, the offense, or not, sorry, the D-line and everybody, they just relax when they know that the secondary, we're going to handle our job. And I feel like just the maturity that I've experienced from last year, that's made me a better player.
I know Kearney runs the ball more, quarterback and tailback especially. What do you see from their offense on film?
They're a good team. Every team in this league is good. We're going to play them just like we played at Northwest last week. We're going to stop the run, I believe, and we'll see what they can pass.
Deron, Colby Hall knocks that ball loose in the third quarter last week, and it's there in front of you. What goes through your mind?
At that point, it was just touchdown. And I knew that would knock out some more for Northwest. Like, they would just feel bad after that. And once I saw it, I just picked it up and I just started to run.
Was there any God, I can't mess this up, or?
No, we've been practicing scooping scores for a while, and it just came easy to me.
Deron, you're coming off a huge win over Northwest, and you got Missouri Southern next week. How do you avoid that overlooking Kearney?
We just Coach at practice Sunday, he told us that we just played hard and it wasn't a good game. So until Coach is satisfied, we're going to look at the game now to satisfy him. And if that doesn't work, we're just going to keep going to the next game so we don't look ahead.
You know, you played so well on the road, but you've gotten off to some slow starts here at home. How much you guys are focusing on getting off to a better start here at home?
I just feel like on road games we can avoid the clutter, the gorilla walk, just having all the fans here just screaming and everything. At away games we don't have any of that. So I feel like if we can just come together as one like we do at away games, then with more people, then I think that we'd go to a better start at least, yeah.
Coach Jim Henry from the Globe, but talk a little bit about the play of Colby Hall last week and his 18 tackles.
Well, what an outstanding job by Colby is stepping up, and he was given a bad time by some of the other players because they said we had 18 tackles. Well, there was only 2 solos, but Colby's the one that's funny about pointing that out. But he's been waiting for his turn, and he's taken an advantage of his opportunity, and very, very, as Coach Roth will say, very serious about what he needs to do and how he needs to do it. And he's always been one of those that has always paid attention to exactly what's going on when he's not in there. And we told our coaching staff and everyone he's a great example for a lot of other young guys to you gotta pay attention while you're not in there, so when you do get your chance you can take the most of it, and he's absolutely done that.
If I told you last Saturday morning that you're going to have 4 turnovers and less than 60 yards rushing, what do you think your chances might have been of winning?
Chances shouldn't be very good, especially on the 4 turnover part of it. But it was kind of a funny game at times. Actually, you look back and there was some sloppy play by both teams at times. But again, it's we always talk about there's things that happen early in the game that can really affect the outcome, and there were some things that happened early, some things that went our way, and so it definitely changed the way both teams did some things in the second half, I guess I would say. But that's part of the game. That's why you play it.
Did you go out and check the sun and say we want to be going the other way in the second quarter, or how did it come about?
No, but we've talked about that in the past. On day games, we've had it happen to us in the past, and Coach Weimer's brought up the point that we should pooch one right there because you are looking right in the sun. And so when we did the first one and got it, then we thought at the time that was still a good time to do it the second time.
Talk a little. What do you see about from Nebraska-Kearney on film? Well,
Nebraska-Kearney, you see on defense they're a 4-3 defense. Like I've told everybody, the only thing that I can remember about Kearney, and I think it still stands true, is they're a physical football team. And they're a 4-3 though on defense, and 4-3 teams, when they're in their 4-man front, they will jump to a 30 part of the time. But when they're in their 4-man front, you have a fairly good idea how they're going to line up and what they're going to do. So that part, doesn't mean you're going to move the ball, but at least you have an idea of the alignments. Offensively, 2 of the top rushers in the top 6 or 7 rushers in the conference. They, aren't real flashy in some of the things that they do, but they do a great job of blocking up front to give their quarterback and their tailback opportunities to go get yards. And the left tackle and the center are very, very, very good players. And so it'd be a great challenge for our defensive line.
How do you refocus after an emotional win at Northwest?
Well, you always worry about that. But the message on Sunday should not be any different than the other week, in the fact that we had a big win, but it was 1 win. It wasn't 2, and so we've got 4 tough weeks left is the way we look at it, and hopefully our older kids have bought into that finally. I mean, it's you as coaches, you work and work and work at that, trying to prepare 1 week at a time, but hopefully we understand the message.
What have you seen from team in practice this week?
You know, I thought Tuesday was a little slow, actually. Again, a lot of that sometimes is if you're implementing some new things and some new twists, sometimes it slows you down a little bit. But it's important for us to have a good practice today. We haven't had the best practice of the week.
How much would you like to see your team get off to a better start here at home? You've kind of struggled with that the last couple of times.
Yeah, especially offensively. You know, defensively we've been okay. Offensively, we haven't got off to a great start the last couple of outings, and you know, we'd really like to do that. I mean, you know, sometimes it's out of your control, obviously, but man, we would like to, you know, be able to get some points up on the board and get after early on, and you know, we're going to continue with an aggressive style of play. I mean, we feel like you know, that just suits us better, I think, and you know, we need to take some chances now and then, and we need to continue to be aggressive with our play calling offensively and special teams and defense.
Do you mention Fort Hays, or do you even have to?
No, I don't think you have to. You know, there's no real. I mean, we understand that's what happened, and you know, I don't think we were complacent at the time. I think that was just an unusual day, and things just, you know, absolutely didn't go our way. But you know, they know.